What's up? Welcome back to the YouTube. It's been a while since we've been on here, 2 months. But we're back. If you didn't know and you don't follow the socials, the Instagram and TikTok, I've just been in Europe for 3 months or 2.5 months and had a great time. Jolly old time. You can look at my Instagram if you want to see what we got up to. Oh, there is another YouTube video coming out soon with a couple of the mischiefs we got up to. But we're back in Sydney now, back on the grind. Training's been back into full swing now for about 2 weeks, which has been good. And we're dialed into a bulk at the moment. So a lot of calories, a lot of food. I lost a little bit of weight in Europe, so I went from 84 kilos down to 80. Now we're back up to around 83. And the goal is 90 kilos. I've never been 90 before, but I thought no better time than winter, heading into summer to do a bit of a bulk, and then we can shred for the festival season at the end of the year. So we're just here at the gym now. We're gonna be shooting today, a little chest day, maybe a little bit of shoulders, if we can find a parking spot. Yeah, should be a good session. Take you guys through a little bit of what I do, because my chest has been a massive lagging point in my physique for a while, but I think in the last 6 months I've definitely brought it up a lot. So I think you guys can benefit a lot from some of the pointers that I've gained and some advice that I've learned in the last 6 months. So we're gonna take some pre at the gym. I got an exciting little announcement that YouTube hasn't heard yet. So I'll see you guys up at the gym. All right, we just made it. One thing I actually forgot to mention, I'm not filming myself today, if you didn't notice. Very exciting. We've got Gon behind the camera. There you go. Where I've decided to start working with Gon. I put out a story not too long ago, and I was basically asking in Sydney if anyone recommends any videographers, photographers, because I've wanted to upgrade the content for a while. It's quite difficult filming by yourself and taking photos. It's pretty much impossible to get good photos of yourself. And for the longest time, I just had iPhone content. And I was like, I need to step this up, especially YouTube, especially the reels and stuff. So I was like, put a story out. And I had 2 or 3 people send back Gon's profile, and I had seen him through another content creator that you guys have probably seen around, and I reached out, did one shoot together, went really well. Now we're shooting again, and we're gonna start working together a lot for the YouTube, the reels and stuff, photos, so you'll be seeing a lot better quality content, but get used to it because it's the standard now. But yeah, we're at the gym now. We're gonna head upstairs and then take you guys through my chest workout, so see you up there. One more. I need to make this known. I'll make this known now. Look at this whip, guys. It's my mom's car and I love this whip. However, I don't have a car at the moment because I sold it before Europe. This is me putting this into the universe, that in the next 6 to 12 months, this, something more like this, is what we're gonna be riding around in. I don't know, I'm just putting in the universe that upgrades are happening and we're gonna make it. We're all gonna make it. We're all gonna make it, brah. So we just got here to X Active Gym. Sick gym, you guys are gonna say. It's definitely one of the cooler gyms in Sydney in terms of lighting and stuff. For you guys that do not follow the Instagram, which I don't know why it would be on my YouTube if you don't follow my Instagram, but if for whatever reason my YouTube popped up and you don't know me, I have recently signed with a company for supplements, and that company is EHP Labs. You got the Pride, this is the BCAAs, and then pre-workout. Basically, EHP is a company that is very big in the Australian fitness scene. It's been big for years. I mean, I grew up watching videos from a lot of the creators, Zach Pern in particular, and pretty dope that now I'm an athlete for them, their newest athlete, which is very sick, bit of a dream come true. But it took me ages to sign with a supplement company. It's not an easy thing for me to say yes to, just because I always took so many different supplements and I'm very picky with my pre-workouts, but Pride is like, it's good. It's very good. I have to speak very highly of it because I've had nothing but great experiences from Pride. So usually I do 2 scoops. I'm only going to do 1 today because I'm trying to keep the caffeine relatively low, and I've already had a coffee today, so just 1 scoop today. This is a new flavor actually, Sour Slap Candy. And if you want to buy anything on EHP Labs, code Kalani, do the little magical code thing, code Kalani, save 10% off, and it directly supports me. I need to make sales to stay on the team. I also need to make sales, put food on the table and a roof over my head. So you support me, you get a discount, and you get great supplements. It's a good deal. And there's really good bundles on the website, so you can get all the best stuff. I think the King Stack is my personal favorite. It's got everything you need, so give that a try, and you won't regret it. Code Kalani. Taste test. It's good. It's good. They're spot on with their flavors. I feel like every flavor of Pride is just like top notch, and each one they release gets better and better. So glazing, but it's a good pre-workout. Anyways, I'm gonna drink this, and then we get straight into the session. So like I said, usually I'd hit chest and shoulders together, but I'll take you guys through my chest workout. 3 to 4 exercises. Pretty simple, nothing crazy, but honestly hitting everything just hard, intensity. I train low volume most of the time, so I'm not a big fan of 4 set to 12, 20 different exercises. I like low volume. Where's the bench press? So we're making the ghetto bench press right now. We gotta set it up, which is fine. And there's a will, there's a way. So usually when I'm benching, you wanna warm up your rotator cuff, get your shoulders nice and warm. You don't wanna rush in a heavy weight. So I'll usually start with 1 plate aside and then go to, depending how that feels, either 20 and a 10 per side, so 80 kilos, or 2 plates, 100 kilos, and then just work my way up to a top set. Don't know how heavy I'll go today, but we'll feel it out. So what I'll basically do is I'll do that set for as many as it takes to feel warm, get a bit of blood in my shoulders, and then just keep working the way up, working the weight up. Wow, God, preheating, brain's not working. Right. Pre does kick in. I'm gonna stop rambling. So the goals for the next 6 months, exciting things happening, got lots on, lots of events. Yeah, we're kind of just bulking towards the end of the year for a festival. We got Beyond the Valley, 4-day festival over New Year's, so gonna try to be shredded for that. So that's kind of like physique goals and plans, but in terms of just like business, one-on-one coaching, I'm launching that in the next month, which is really exciting. Finalizing everything for that. I've been saying for like a year now I'm doing one-on-one coaching, but this time it's actually finally happening. I just wasn't ready to commit to it, and it's something where I want to put 100% into you guys who I'm coaching. So very excited to launch that, work with you guys, have a bunch of you guys one-on-one, get you guys sick results. You can see that on my Instagram when I launch that, put everything up. And if you guys are interested in working with me one-on-one, let's get big together. Let's get big for summer. Anyways, this is our second warm-up set. So I'll slowly taper down the reps. Usually I'll do 60 kilos for like 10 to 20. Now slowly taper down the reps. And say my top set is 110 kilos for a set of 6. I usually do like 80 kilos for like 5, 100 kilos for 3. Just kind of feel it out. Because I don't want to tire myself out, but I also want to make sure I have enough blood in my like shoulders and my body to not injure myself. So. Nice, feels good. Feels good. I can definitely feel myself warming up, feeling more lubricated in my joints. It's pretty much what you want. People like to overcomplicate chest training. I think, you know, it's such a simple concept. Hit a compound. For me, if I'm in a cut or if I'm not, I mean, I don't usually bench press. I've only started getting back into squatting and bench pressing now that I'm bulking because I want to be strong. And I miss hitting PRs, so I want to hit a few PRs. I want to hit a new bench PR. My goal is kind of 160 kilos by the end of the year, so see if that happens. But I think people overcomplicate chest training. Just hit your compound, go into like some sort of dumbbell press or machine press, get a good pump, low volume, high intensity, then do a fly movement, and that's pretty much all you need. You're gonna grow your chest. As long as you're hitting everything with high intensity, low volume, and when I say low volume, I don't mean 1 set of 2, but 2 sets of 8, 2 sets of 8 to 10, that's all you need per exercise. Like you shouldn't be hitting more than say 10 sets a week for a body part. So for my chest, like if I'm doing 3 exercises, 2 sets each, that's already more volume. If I do that twice a week, that's already more volume than I pretty much need. So I think it's fine if you can recover in time and you sleep well and you have your diet on point. Perfect. You don't need to be doing 4 or 5 exercises, 4 sets of 12. You're just not going to recover. You're not going to grow unless you're on steroids. Then you can recover. I'm natural. I assume most of you guys watching are natural, so there you go. This is going to be my main feeler set. Depending how this moves, decides whether I'm going to go up in weight or stay at this. Yeah, we're gonna suss it out. Cool. Oh, that was pretty good. I reckon we'll go to 110, probably do that for 2 sets of 6. If I can get 8 reps, cool, but I'd probably say 2 sets of 6 of that, and that'll be good. I'm not trying to fail on bench press. So if you do dumbbells or like a machine, you can go to failure, and I always advise going to failure. Like you want to be training max intensity. Things like bench press, compounds, you don't want to go to failure because unless you got a spotter, but even then, it's such a heavy movement, it's such an unstrict movement that going to failure is just a recipe for an injury. So I wouldn't advise it, but shit, you do you. I'm gonna go grab my elbow sleeves. Alright, so this is something that I wouldn't really recommend unless you're like an advanced lifter, but recently got, well, they're actually knee sleeves, Gymshark knee sleeves, but I bought them in a small and they work really well as elbow sleeves. And the reason why I use these is because as you're lifting heavier, especially when I've been in a cut for a while, my joints just don't feel as stable. They feel very strong, just not very stable. So I've been using these for my top sets for bench. Just a bit of peace of mind. It's kind of like knee sleeves. But again, I wouldn't recommend them unless you're a power lifter or like a very high level lifter, just because you don't want to rely on them to get used to them. Like I don't rely on them, I can still press heavy without them. They feel nice. So I hit a lot of my top sets with them. We're gonna suss this out, fill this out with the elbow sleeves. This move's super easy for a set of 6 to 8. We'll jump up to 120. But yeah, we'll see. Also, while I'm on the topic, you want to be resting for about, like, especially on compounds, 2, 3, 4 minutes. Too many people be resting for 60 seconds, or they do a set, their friend does a set, and then they do a set. You're not going to grow. You want to be able to do the same amount of reps for 2 sets in a row the same way. You know, you shouldn't be dropping pretty much strength at all between sets. And if you are dropping strength, then you're not resting enough. You know, you want to feel 100% going into your next set. So make sure you're resting enough. It's such a misconception and like an old school bodybuilding myth that you don't want to rest for a long time. Obviously, I wouldn't rest for 5 to 10 minutes and like lose your pump and lose your energy and focus, but just make sure you're resting enough to where you actually feel good. So, see how this moves. I'm feeling pretty good, so we're gonna go for this set. This is pretty heavy. My 1 rep max is 140 at the moment. I'm sure I could press a little heavier than that. I've never gone for any heavier, but I'm gonna try hit this for 4 to 6. The way I kind of work it is I aim for like a rep range, so I'd say 4 to 6. 4 I'd be happy with, 6 I'd be exceptionally happy with, and then 4, 5, 6 is like, it's a good range. So we're gonna fill this out. Hopefully it moves well. You might have to drop the camera and spot me at one point. I'll look up and help. We'll see how this moves. Does my face look red? I probably could have gone 6 there, but like I said, I didn't have a spotter. The last rep was a little bit shaky. It's not worth pushing that extra rep if I could injure myself or drop it on myself. So I'm happy with that though. 120 for 5 isn't too bad, especially considering that on my cut, I was not that strong. So sounds good. Obviously when you're traveling and you're out all the time, you're not eating a lot, you're drinking, partying, going to festivals, you're just not training as much as you usually do, definitely not enough protein. It's inevitable that you're either going to gain a lot of fat, gain a lot of weight, or lose a lot of muscle and fat and lose weight. I'm an ectomorph, I shred weight like it's nothing, so I need to eat a lot to maintain my weight or bulk. So I ended up losing 3 kilos, which I'm actually not too mad about. I thought it was going to be worse. What that basically means is now that I'm home, that's putting on that initial weight again is kind of main goal. And then after that, we can kind of bulk back up. So I'm pretty much back to where I was 3 weeks home, which is really good. I'm really happy with that. I've been really dialed in with nutrition. I should do actually, I'll get a full day of eating out on YouTube pretty soon. I'd love to show you guys pretty much what I eat on the bulk, because I know a lot of people struggle with getting the food in. I find it quite easy. So I'll show you guys exactly what I eat, my meal timings, how I kind of do that to bulk a lot easier. But yeah, 90 kilos is the goal at the moment. And if I don't feel too fat at 90 kilos, maybe we'll push it to 95. And then if I don't feel too fat at 95, me at 100 kilos at 5'10" would be pretty fucking fat, I reckon, but we'll see. Nobody talks about enough how shitty it is unracking your weights. It's like the worst thing about doing like a leg press or like a hack squat is you're unracking like 8, 9, 10 plates per side. Sucks. So next exercise is incline dumbbell press. So usually I would press this pretty heavy. I think dumbbells here only go to 40. All that's gonna mean is just slower reps, more controlled eccentrics. Tempo is very important with exercises like this. We'll jump in again, 2 sets at 8 to 10. If it's 40 kilos, maybe I'll push more like 10 to 15. We'll see how this moves.
Eyes in the sky, gazing far into the night. I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining.
So I think we got like 10 or 11 or something. Obviously pretty fatigued from bench press. Still the rep range I want, and I took it to failure. So even if you're not pressing as heavy as you usually would, or you're not feeling as strong, if you're still taking it to failure, pressing what you can, your body doesn't know what weight is. Like my body doesn't know the difference between 40 kilos and 50 kilos. All it knows is that I'm pressing a certain weight for failure. So Usually I would train chest and shoulders together, but today I'm just taking you through my chest workout, so I'm just gonna get a little pump check, pump watch for shoulders, because I'm gonna take this off and show you guys the Gymshark beaters that you know I love. I wear them every single time I'm in the gym. Oh, okay, that's pump. You guys would have seen the last video, but I am with Gymshark. Code KalaniL gets 10% off on Gymshark. I love working with this company. It's so sick, dream come true. Obviously, we all grew up watching David Lade and Jeff Side and all those guys, Lex Little and stuff. And this Gymshark aesthetic era, we got to bring it back. 2016 aesthetics. But yeah, these are the rib beaters. Best beaters in the game. I wear these everywhere. Literally can't get enough of them. You know I love beaters. I've worn about 10 different branded beaters, and these are the ones. These are the ones for sure. It's a good pump. So you guys can just see it, like, just hugs the chest. It's nice and tight on the traps. That's just a good beater. You can't tell me otherwise. Probably did my last set without arm sleeves. Cutting the blood circulation to my arms. Okay, so one more set of this. Time is it? 11:34. Tracking well. One more set of this for the 8 to 10 rep range, and then we'll go into pec deck. And that's usually enough for chest. That's all you really need. 3 exercises. If I didn't do bench press, I would usually do another machine press or some sort of incline press. There's a couple really nice machines from Hammer Strength that I would usually work with, but don't have them, and I'm doing bench press, so no need to throw in a 4th exercise, extra volume for no reason. So let's see how this moves. Last set I got 11. Hopefully I can match the same. That should be the plan. And if you see on these reps, I go straight down to my chest, like very low towards the shoulder. I used to press pretty much 90 degrees and then just like I literally used to get to like there and just press there, and the range of motion was terrible, and I literally couldn't grow my chest. And I kept saying, I was like, why are my genetics so bad? I can't grow my chest. Just poor form. That's literally all it takes. That's all I got. I'm exhausted. Oh man, I find myself being very unstable going into pressing movements, especially coming off like losing a lot of weight in Europe. My strength is still there, but I just find my joints can't keep up with the stability. So it's probably why I looked a little bit shaky pressing at different times. That will be fixed. It's fine. As long as it doesn't result in an injury, that's all that matters. So far so good. So fingers crossed, no injuries. So ideally I'd use a pec deck. You just gotta make do. You can't wait 10 minutes for a machine, so we'll just use some cables, do some cable flies. Oh, this is the anabolic lighting, by the way. It's so sick. I find the thickness in my shoulders and my arms is definitely coming back quickly. I'm genetically very gifted with my shoulders, which I know a lot of natties really struggle to grow, but you can grow round, capped delts naturally. That's such a myth. I hate people saying, like, yes, they're a big indicator of steroids. Obviously, a lot of people on steroids have big shoulders, but you can grow them naturally. Just train them correctly and train them consistently. And don't give up on them. They will grow. They will look like these black balls. Oh, I actually got to tell them a funny story. So now that I'm bulking, I'm cooking a lot of meat. And every time I cook meat, I use a lot of oil in the pan. 2 days ago, I throw a steak in the pan, and I must have thrown it from a distance, like fucking football lobbed it. Burnt all over my fucking, you can see. It's like everywhere. That's an oil burn. Not a fun time. One of the most painful things I've ever experienced. But as long as it doesn't affect the physique, hopefully it heals, it'll be fine. Just won't make that mistake anymore.
How did you initially get into like content creation?
It's a good question. I kind of fell into it. I was just posting, so I did a bodybuilding comp last year. I did my local show and I did a pro show. So 2 shows in March and April last year, or April and May. And I was just posting my progress. I was a normal guy. I still am a normal guy, but I was just like posting for my friends and family. And I posted a few reels that was just like me flexing, you know, just showing the gains. My back was really shredded at the time. And they literally just hit the explore page. TikTok first, and then I grew a little bit on that. And then all my friends were like, or a lot of people online were like posted on Instagram Reels because they're doing so well on TikTok. So I posted a few on Instagram Reels, and then next thing you know, I woke up one morning to 10K followers, and I was like, oh shit, that's kind of scary. And then I posted a little bit more, and then in the matter of a month, I went from 10K to 40K, and then I kind of just like continued with it. It's never something I really planned to do. I mean, it was always an idea of mine, but it all came very quickly. But I absolutely love it. I've met the coolest people through like social media, working with Gymshark and EHP now, 2 of the sickest brands there are, and yeah, get to do cool shit like this, so teach you guys stuff. So yeah, can't really complain. I'm really happy with how it's turned out, but I think my message to like a lot of kids out there and people that want to do content creation is like stop chasing followers, stop chasing numbers, stop doing just what's viral at the time. Like obviously that's a good way to get popular quick, but there's no longevity in it. You want to blow up for your own reasons, or you want to have a slow growth, pretty much, consistent slow growth. Post things that make you happy and people will like you for that. And if you really want it, it'll work out. Anyone can become social media famous nowadays. Just post what you like, do what you like, and the right people will come to your content. Don't force it. Don't take steroids to try to get big, to try to become famous. It might work, but then you're on steroids. So, one of my big goals in the last like 3 weeks is to learn how to do muscle ups and learn how to hold a handstand. I couldn't do either. Watch this. Actually, I am pumped, so we'll see. Oh. That's muscle ups. Handstand. Watch this. Oh my god. Okay, that was bad. Nope. That was bad again. Okay. I'm not good at them, but I'm learning. Ah, man. Okay. God, you guys should have seen my moves in Europe. They were something. Third exercise, I like to do a fly variation. Just something I can get a real good stretch, because chests are not grown. They are grown, but they're not mainly grown in the pressing movement, right? So a lot of people that do these plate presses, or that's why I was saying before, the really bad ranges of motion where you don't even stretch, you're just not gonna grow as efficiently as you would if you just got a big stretch, because the pec, where it connects to the shoulder, the degree of insertion, when you pull back and you get that stretch, that's what's under tension, that's what's growing. So you want to make sure you're getting a full stretch, otherwise your boobies won't grow. That's what we want. So usually I'll do my fly variation for another 2 sets of say 8 to 10 again. I might push this to 12 reps if I feel good on it. Again, you just want to go till you're fatigued and go till you feel well, feel good. I can't speak. Really allow a full stretch on the way back as well. So that wasn't anywhere near failure, but I still hit that rep range where I was just like, if I kept going, it would end up just being cardio, and we hate cardio. So I'll push this to a little bit heavier for our next set. Probably do this for again, like 10 to 12. I'm losing brain cells. Yeah, I lost most of my brain cells in Europe, that's the issue. Not because I did anything bad, just traveling. They'll come back, and then we'll lose them again over New Year's. So obviously if you follow my Instagram and my TikTok, we've grown that a lot in only a year and a bit. Like it's only been about a year and 3 months since I started. I mean, Instagram's at 130K. TikTok's at just grown, I think, almost 250 or something. So, I mean, that's insane growth in a year, at least for me. I mean, I'm so happy and proud of it, and I can't thank you guys enough for that. But YouTube has been something that I just haven't committed to because it's kind of scary. Long form, takes a lot of time, and you just don't get that much in return from it. But it is a really good way for me to show you guys a lot more of me and my personality outside of just posing videos and thirst traps. So, and also share a lot more knowledge with you guys, because I know a lot of you want to know more about my training, what I eat, how I train, what my goals are, and how I like train towards those goals. So that's exactly what I want to do with YouTube, obviously with a bit of fun, and show you guys a lot of my life outside of it as well. That's why I got like the Europe videos coming. But my vision for YouTube in the next like few months towards the end of the year and then into next year is just like, it's consistency. Definitely getting like a video a week out, a video every 2 weeks, and just like make them quality videos that actually provide good quality content and value for you guys, like information and real like interesting, fun to watch videos. B, I just want like I pretty much said before, informational videos. I want to actually teach you guys more about training, interact with you guys when you ask me questions, do Q&As, show you guys my different styles of training, things like that. And then C, it's just show you guys kind of like the life that I'm living with now doing social media full time. I pretty much just quit my job. Fun fact, I was actually basically fired. I came back from Europe and they had hired someone in my position, and they were like, we can keep you on, you can have your job, but you're just gonna get like 1 shift a month. Doesn't really pay the bills, so I pretty much quit. But I think honestly it was probably the best thing that ever happened to me, because now it's forced me to take this full time, take coaching on, and just grind, right? So now I have no reason not to. I have no excuses, and that's why I want to make this shit happen. I'm gonna make shit happen, but I'm excited for it. YouTube's gonna be definitely a priority now, the next 6 months. We're at like 1K, 1.2K subs. I reckon we can realistic goal, I reckon by mid next year, this time next year, I would love to be closer towards like 10K, 20K. I don't really know how the growth works on YouTube.
YouTube's so hard to
It is very hard to grow, but I'm sure if we pump some shorts and make some good videos, then who knows what can happen. Shit, it could be 100K, I have no idea. Much the session done. I mean, that's all you really need for chest. We did what? 2 sets bench, heavy pressing, 120 for 5, pretty good. Then we did incline press, 2 heavy sets there, both to failure, and then 2 sets on a fly movement. My chest is fried. I could do another movement now, but what am I really gonna gain out of that? You know, that's enough volume for me, especially if I hit another chest session in 3-4 days. But yeah, it's all you really need, guys. Don't overcomplicate it. Take every set to failure. You're gonna grow your boobs, and they're gonna look nice and juicy. Nice and juicy. That's pretty much the video. We went through a lot in this. Obviously, it's a big catch-up. It's been so long since I posted a proper video and talked about everything going on. There's been so many changes in my life in the last like 3-4 months, especially towards the end of the year. There's gonna be even more changes, so it's really good to catch up with you guys. Hopefully you enjoyed. Hopefully you like the style of the video. It's gonna be more like this, which is sick. Don's a weapon on the camera, so I'm very excited to get these pumping, and yeah, thank you for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Share with your friends. It means a lot to me. I really want to grow the YouTube, so every like, comment, subscription, it all helps. You can look in the description for things like discount codes for Gymshark, EHP. My form for coaching will be in the comments as well. All the other good stuff, go have a look. Yeah, love you guys. Train hard.